Today I went to the bookstore and I decided that it was a good idea to get some new books for the autumn season because I was getting pretty tired of reading all of the books that I have. So what I did is I went to the bookstore and I bought 6 new books today. And the first one I'm probably most excited to read, is called The Voices of Heaven. So what this book is about, it's about a daughter who gets basically given to a family in order to be the mistress and bear a son to an otherwise barren household. And the back of the book doesn't really give much of an explanation of what's in the story, but it's the first line that really caught me. The next one is called Sarah's Key. And what Sarah's Key is about is, hold on, I can't put this in my own words without doing it justice, so I'm going to read this. Desperate to protect her younger brother, Sarah locks him in a bedroom cupboard, their secret hiding place, and promises to come back for him as soon as they are released. I'm so excited to read this one. I'm excited to read this because it's so not what I normally read. I do like historical fictions, but these days I've been reading more like fantasy fiction, so I'm excited to give it a go. The third one is called Ahab's Wife. This book, this is another one I'm super excited to read. I've never read anything in this genre either. I don't know what you would call it, but it sounds really cool. I can't tell you what the back is because this book is too special to give you a glimpse on the back, but this is about the wife of, what's that book called? That guy who chases the whale and he's like, ooh, we're going to go whale hunting and we're going to die and it's going to be great. That book. Moby Dick. Moby Dick. It's about Moby Dick's wife. Or Ahab. Apparently his name is Ahab. I've never read the other book. But this one, I read the first paragraph. And the writing's so vivid and beautiful, and it's actually a very realistic voice. And I love when a book in the first paragraph can tell like you're actually reading from a person rather than reading from a narrator. I will tell you what I think about it when I'm finished. The fourth one is called The Birth of Venus. This book is about a daughter of a cloth merchant who sort of falls in love with a painter but then is forced to marry a much older person, which is sort of common in that ancient time period. And it's about how a religious overthrow of the city is turning violent. People are going a little bit crazy. This is more along my lines of reading a historical novel that isn't exactly supposed to be a romance novel. I don't like romance novels. I like when there's a novel with romance in it, but I like it best when romance isn't the main theme. It's just not my cup of tea. I love it when it's story, then action, and then romance. I like romance at the lowest level of importance. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the primary topic of this historical novel, so I'm excited. I'll give it a go. In university, I studied history, and I still like to keep up on the topic. And the first one is called Imperium. And Imperium is about a person who actually grew up in the time where Russia took over Poland. I don't quite remember what date it was. It starts in 1939, and got an insight of what it was actually like to live in that time and how a person adjusts to that. So it's a very historical book, but it's written in the tone of a novel. And I like it so far, so I'm excited to see where this takes me. And I'm interested in history, so it'll be interesting no matter what happens. The next one is called Orientalism. And this one is about why Westerners have such a highly concentrated opinion on Oriental or Asian countries and how that affects people even in the past and in the present. This type of stuff, I've noticed it, especially since I moved to Asia to start to work. And it's really interesting to see how and why that happened. So I'm excited to give this a read. And those are the 6 books that I bought today. I am probably going to have less time to breeze through these like I usually would have, because these days I go to work, I go to the gym, and then I go home and I'm exhausted. So I'm going to try and get through these in the next couple of months. And that's a doable thing for me. I normally breeze through a book in a day or two, but this is going to be a little longer due to time reasons. And when I'm finished, I'll come back and I'll let you know what I think of them in a quick book review for all of these. Subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what type of books here that you're interested in reading, or did you pick up a new book that you think I should read? I love reading, so if I can find it here, I'll definitely pick it up and give it a go. So let me know in the comments below, follow me in other social medias, and I'll be back next Sunday with a new video. Bye! Choking on air. More. Actually, I'd still have to bite. That was one of my most... Hello everyone! Today I went on a huge sock. Don't do it!